So the story of Axiom PX started a little bit before I joined Antogir as product manager, so it was in 2011. And so the aim was to offer a new solution for the practitioners to treat patients faster through an implant with a specific design, tapered shape, plus deep threads to be placed in post-extraction socket. The launch in 2012 was a great success and fast success in France. In less than 6 months, we achieved a ratio of 1/3 of all Axiom implants. Today, I would say this year, after the 10 years of Axiom PX, this implant is still very interesting in a clinical way, thanks to its modern design. So first we performed a clinical test in 2011 with several practitioners with different and complementary experience in terms of immediacy. And then the following year we launched Axiom PX in the Axiom ecosystem as a new bricks of this Axiom ecosystem, in addition to Axiom regular, in the specific indication of placement in post-extraction. Axiom PX was a new asset for practitioners to treat patients faster in a very smart way, because with the same surgical kit, with the same single connection and with the same prosthetic range. The name Axiom PX mentions its main objective to be placed in post-extraction socket. So that means for the patients to be treated faster, so no more need to wait several months before placing the implants in the post-extraction. And in addition, with the initial anchorage of the implant is sufficient, it's possible to perform immediate loading with a provisional prosthesis, which is specifically interesting and important for full arch restoration.
PX was born on features already existing on Axiom Reg. For example, same material, same surface treatment, same connection, so existing prosthetic portfolio. But the will with Axiom PX was to design an implant for immediate placement and also for post-extraction situations. So different features were to be designed, especially with a small apex of the implant for a good engagement in post-extraction socket. So we had to define a design allowing good primary stability in a soft bone D3 or D4 with a small body apex of the implant for a small implant bed preparation in soft bone, with a back taper of a coronal part of the implant for reducing stress on the cortical bone, and with wide threads for a good distribution of the strain all over the implant body. We also needed to achieve good guidance, optimal engagement of the implant in post-extraction sockets. So the definition of the helical grooves as well as the mastery of their manufacture were also a challenge. The prosthetic torque, limited to 25 Newton centimeters, is also interesting in immediate treatments, preventing destabilization of the implant when torquing immediate prosthesis. And our patented packaging also participates. No implant carrier to remove, which is fastidious and which is a risk to shake the implant. Possibility to place back the implant in the packaging if it is needed to adapt the implant bed.
When we look at the use in clinics, it appears that PX is very widely used, and not only for post-extractional cases. The majority is placed in the maxilla and mainly in the posterior maxilla. This is where the implant design provides an additional primary stability that is essential. But we also have clients that are almost exclusive users of the PX. It means for them the only limit is where we have hard bone, where we currently have a contraindication. But we developed special instruments for them that are already available in Europe and will soon be in China. We recently gathered data from a systematic retrospective chart review in 3 dental practices in France. It represents in total over 1,500 implants and over 600 patients. with a follow-up of up to 7 years. The cumulative survival rate is above 95% at 5 years, which is quite good as it represents a real-world picture of the implant use. There was no inclusion criteria and there was no monitoring of the patients. This is a retrospective study. Interestingly, we also noticed that the implant diameter is not a risk factor for the Axiom BL implants. The 3.4 mm implants, the narrowest one, are performing as well as the 4 mm and above. The marginal bone level variation was also measured in this study, and it confirms what we knew already from the Axiom BL regular range. That is a marginal bone level variation of 0 mm, meaning perfect bone stability. Yes, that was part of the collected data. Due to the retrospective study design, we had no control on the decision criteria for immediate loading, and we confirm with that result that consensus that there is a slightly higher risk of early failure for implants when there is immediate loading, but stability on the long run. This is why we recommend it to use only immediate loading when you have sufficient primary stability and controlled occlusion. But quite interestingly, coming back to the PX, meaning post-extractional in the name of the implant, this group with post-extractional placement is the one that is performing best in this study, with over 99% of survival rate at 5 years.